Wait, what? Oh, hi there, kiddies. I'm Joke Man, and you're watching Channel Pop. Don't forget to subscribe. So, Liz, what do you think the Rise of Skywalker means?
Look, like the whole of Star Wars is basically each trilogy is about another generation of Skywalkers. So basically, we either have to have Rey be the new Skywalker, or it has to be that Kylo turns good.
As in, like, Kylo's, what, a Skywalker?
Well, yeah, he is a Skywalker.
Leia, yeah.
Technically.
Although Leia's second name is Organa, though, and Solo's second name is Solo.
Yeah, because she was adopted by Bail Organa.
I know, but does that, like, is her legal name technically still Skywalker?
Yes, because her father's Anakin.
Okay, I mean, I don't know how the whole name works in space, but
her adopted name is...
Her adopted name is Organa, but, like, does she count as a Skywalker?
Yes.
Okay.
Obviously.
Okay.
So, yeah, no, basically, but I do, like, one of them has to be the Skywalker for this thing to be still true. Like,
I mean, yeah, for it to be about each one being a generation. I mean, I did read somewhere that Luke was going to display immeasurable power in this film, so it could be the rise of him as, like, a second coming.
Well, it's the theory that Rey is literally Anakin.
Possibly, because it's the rise of Skywalker.
The next Force child, midichlorian babe.
Perhaps that might be a reason why Palpatine's kind of on the lookout. And why she has as much power as she does. I mean, that would explain that.
We know that Darth Sidious, like, arranged the first midichlorians to go into Shmi Skywalker. So maybe Palpatine has done the same when he started to notice that Anakin was failing.
I mean, it would certainly denote the whole Mary Sue accusations if we had an explanation as to why she's as powerful as she is.
And it would also explain as though why she has no parents.
I do wonder what the whole roles of the villains will be in this. We've seen Kylo Ren fighting alongside the Knights of Ren. We've seen that he's put his helmet back together, which I'm happy about.
Was he fighting alongside or against the Knights of Ren in this trailer, though?
It looks like he might have been fighting against them, because he had stormtroopers definitely alongside him, and he definitely stabbed something. But I'm not 100% sure. But either way, I'm pleased to see the Knights of Ren.
I'm gonna be honest, he's completely irredeemable. He's
completely evil.
He's a bad hacker. But what if they have to fight together just to get
Palpatine out of the way? I'm not sure. I mean, I want to know why Palpatine is here. I'm pretty sure I can figure out why he's still alive. Is like, to be honest, when you think about it,
is he?
The fate that he suffered was no worse than Darth Maul's.
He might just be a Force ghost for all we know.
Yeah, but the thing is, Darth Maul fell down a hole, cut in half. Palpatine fell down a hole. Like, he could have survived.
Also, the actor that played Palpatine,
Ian McDiarmid.
I can't pronounce the last name.
Yeah, he was there,
at the
wasn't
Star
he?
Wars celebration, yeah.
And he was there at the little convention thing. It was like a cinema convention, wasn't it?
No, it's Star Wars celebration. It's literally the biggest Star Wars convention there is.
That's on right now?
Yes.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I thought like May the 4th might be a better date for that than April 12th, but okay.
No, it's always something like that. Then again, I think the one I was at was in May, so...
Was it May the 4th?
No, I think it was like 21st or something. It was the London one.
So dull.
Best convention I've been to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good.
You met Carrie Fisher?
Yes.
You met her dog?
Yeah, I met her dog. I fed her dog. It was amazing.
That's awesome. Before you met me, before your life went south, you got to do cool stuff like this.
Oh,
now you just do videos for Channel Pup.
Now I'm just sick and bad waiting for you to come home from McDonald's.
That's right, everybody. I work at McDonald's. That guy you totally idolise works at McDonald's because I'm that great. I'm PewDiePie levels of famous. Look out, T-Series. I'm coming for you next. But yeah, no, I really do like the trailer. Like my... You okay there?
No, I'm dying.
I think it's the kind of film that will kind of... The thing is, I feel like what they wanted to do with The Last Jedi is have a film with lots of twists and turns where I was like, oh, wow, at every single turn. The thing is, I think this film will be the one to do that, because we're going to be wondering, what do they mean by Rise of Skywalker? What's the story behind Palps coming back? You know, like, there's going to have to be a lot of twists and turns to pull off a story like this, and there's definitely going to be a revelation regarding Rey. So, my one problem with Rey being the daughter of Luke Skywalker, or being that sort of thing, is that everyone's kind of predicted it already. You know, it's like there's not really much of a twist to be had. It's the kind of thing where we'll see it and we'll go, okay, like, yeah, I had figured as much, you know? You're gonna infect my audience.
No.
Yeah, everyone that watches is gonna get a cold.
No.
Yeah, that's how the internet works.
No,
that's what we call a computer virus.
You're going down a path I cannot follow.
Yeah, so to be honest, I don't feel like they're going to address the midichlorians thing. Because they've been kind of reluctant to acknowledge a lot of prequel stuff in the J.J. Abrams, Rian Johnson universe.
Because they're trying to erase midichlorians because apparently it's cringe.
To be honest, I didn't mind it that much.
I didn't.
I think a lot of people seem to like the idea that the Force is just a magical thing that anybody can learn. So I think like people that believed in it...
A lot of people got really offended by the existence of midichlorians.
Well, I think a lot of people wanted to believe that they too could have the Force, if you know what I mean. Like,
yeah, but I'm
they
sorry,
felt more engaged
if you
with
think
it.
you can learn the Force, there's probably like oversized people sitting in their mum's basement.
The thing is, it depends. Like,
I'm sorry, but
it depends if you find it less engaging as an audience member because of this. Because I think like a lot of people kind of like the aspect of like this could happen to anybody. Anybody could be a hero in the Star Wars universe.
Anyone could have the right amount of midichlorians still. There's like literally nothing taken from you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's the same with Harry Potter.
I mean, it's kind of how Force sensitive works. People say, oh, so they're Force sensitive. It's really not much different from saying, oh, but they've got midichlorians, basically.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
The thing is, I'm probably going to get some lengthy paragraph in the comments section explaining to me why I'm wrong about that, but...
That's okay.
Like,
Phantom Menace is a great film.
Phantom Menace is a pretty enjoyable film.
Yeah,
for what it is. Like, I think like its middle act where they go to Coruscant is boring, and I think that's its biggest offence. That's the worst thing it does for me. Like, I can get past Jar Jar. I don't understand why people will go so nuts about Jar Jar.
He's a bit annoying, but I mean,
he's not even that bad. The film is so monotone. He's
certainly not as bad as like the Benicio del Toro character.
The thing is, you've got
JD.
Oh yeah, DJ's the worst for me. DJ's worse than Jar Jar for sure. But like the thing is, like you've got in the Phantom Menace, you've got Qui-Gon Jinn, who's very deadpan, very serious, very monotone. You've got Ewan McGregor, who's very deadpan, very monotone. You've got Anakin, who's monotone and all that, you know. So to have Jar Jar in there just being like, whoa, it's just it adds a little bit of levity to an otherwise very...
It's not monotone at all. It's absolutely emotional.
Well, what we can agree on is that The Last Jedi wasn't very good.
Yeah.
The Last Jedi very much killed my interest in Star Wars.
It cry when Shmi Skywalker says goodbye to
it's an emotional scene, don't get me wrong, but what I mean is like when I say it's quite monotone, is like every performance is very monotone. They play it very straight, so to kind of have just this weird talking rabbit in the film kind of just helps matters. I mean, like, I think like The Unusual Suspect on YouTube said, on paper, Chewbacca is a big dog that growls at everyone all the time. So Chewbacca being a talking alien rabbit is not really much far of a cry from that, to be honest. And I was like, yeah, no, I agree. On paper, Jar Jar Binks totally works. It's just, I think for me, the biggest thing Jar Jar ever did wrong was being all CGI. Hang on a minute. Do you think...
He wasn't all CGI, though.
He was.
No, the dude had, like...
He had a head on.
CGI arms. Not CGI arms. He had, like, arm prosthetics on and a head.
Yeah, but it was all CGI'd over.
No, was it?
It was. It was fully mocapped over. If you look back at the film, he's a fully digitized animal.
Oh, yeah, but the thing is the gloves he had, like the arm prosthetics, still look like Jar Jar's arms.
Yeah, but you don't see them. That's the thing is, any real prop that was on Jar Jar Binks in that film, you will not see. He's a fully digital character. And that, for me, is his biggest offence, is I would have liked to have seen more of an animatronic Jar Jar.
I hope Jar Jar comes back.
I hope Jar Jar gets a redemption story. I mean, in the Clone Wars, he was pretty good. I mean, I'm not an avid viewer of the Clone Wars or anything.
Still Ahmed Best voicing him in Clone Wars?
In one one episode. I think it was in his first appearance, but they changed it to someone else who sounds completely different. And it's kind of weird considering how easy it is to do an impression of Jar Jar Binks that they couldn't get someone that could, do an impression of Jar Jar Binks.
Fire him?
No, they didn't fire him. I think he just didn't come back, or he was maybe too expensive or whatnot.
He's not expensive. He literally had like a whole breakdown about how this is all he was. Maybe that's because
Maybe that's why. I mean, like, at the end of the day, the guy's still got every right to say no to these things, so maybe they just couldn't get him back. I don't know.
I read somewhere that he tried to kill himself.
Yeah, that's horrible. I think people really need to not blame the actors for when things go wrong in Star Wars films.
He did a really good job at being weird. Stop mocking him.
I mean, he's iconic.
Exactly.
Like,
everyone knows his CGI self.
Like it or not, he is iconic. So, yeah. I mean, I like Watto as well. Like, the thing is, like, as terribly kind of racially stereotyped, unoriginal, derivative, and stupid as he is, Jar Jar Binks is a Jamaican racial stereotype, I believe, and Watto is an Israeli racial stereotype. There's a lot of racial inspiration in Star Wars, The Phantom Menace. But the thing is, like, I think you don't pick up on it so much in, say, the German dub, because he doesn't have quite as thick of an accent and the same dialect as Jar Jar does in the English dub. So I don't know if you're just going by the German dub there, but I understand it's not quite as racially insensitive in other dubs as it is.
Weird, but he doesn't really have.
Is he?
I think he has like a Polish accent or something.
Oh, fair enough. Well, still, like, there was a lot of like inspiration from sort of different cultures around the world that was sort of applied to the Phantom Menace, but the thing is, it's more racially insensitive than anything else. But to be honest, I don't mind it. It's a bit of silly observation, really. It's just silly stuff. It's nothing to take seriously. Has it aged well? No. Would it offend people today? Probably some sad individuals, but like, still, it's a bit of fiction. Just have fun with it. Anyway, back to the point. Yeah, the Rise of Skywalker looks good.
We were talking about this, not the prequels.
After The Last Jedi very much killed my interest in Star Wars, leading to over a year-long delay in seeing Solo, I have to say this trailer has kind of ignited my sense of interest for Star Wars once again. I'm just interested to see where it goes with it. I hope they're not going to go down any kind of route of trying to copy Return of the Jedi too much, but at the same time, I'd rather that. At the same time, I'd rather that than something like, say, The Last Jedi.
Yeah, it looks great. I'm dying. It's okay.
Yeah, it looks good. I especially really like that shot where the sort of the TIE fighter thing is being shot at Rey, and Rey does like a big...
Rey does the twist.
She does a flip.
The flip into
the flip. And I think that's Kylo Ren in there, isn't it?
I think so. It's either Kylo Ren or General Sux.
I think feelsiest moment was like her hugging it out with Leia.
Oh yeah.
Like, you just know.
They had to hold this scene back from the last film just to reuse it here.
Yeah, unless, I mean, did we see her from the front? Did we see Leia from the front?
Yes.
Are we sure there's not just like any of that Disney engineering stuff to replicate her?
It doesn't look like and they did say they were holding back scenes in the last one.
Maybe it's like a goodbye or something, because Rey has tears going down her face. It's just, I can't think of anything emotionally straining on Rey enough to really warrant that in The Last Jedi, if you know what I mean. Like, the thing is, in The Last Jedi, Rey had gone from seeing all these pilots and stuff die, being shown that on the, the Dreadnought with Snoke showing her it. And then she's just in, like, the Millennium Falcon minutes later going, this is fun! So I just can't imagine her breaking down and crying to Leia later on, unless she's having just the emotional breakdown to end all emotional breakdowns.
Maybe someone died.
Maybe someone was supposed to die that didn't.
It could be just right after Luke died, to be fair.
I wonder if it's going to be some kind of like meta goodbye, though, like kind of what they did with Rich Dicker in Incredibles 2, where they kind of say goodbye and thank you to him because like the actor passed away, and they kind of did it with a new actor. I don't know, but either way, I'd kind of like a nice send off for Leia. I hope it doesn't just end up in the air. I don't want her to die either, though. I really don't want her to die.
Well, did they not say she's not going to die on screen or something?
I think they said something's going to happen, but...
They said she's not going to die off screen. They said they're not going to CGI her.
I would like to think she has some kind of happily ever after.
Well, technically, wouldn't that be if she dies and is back with Han?
Yeah, maybe there's a twist. Maybe Han is a Force ghost.
Han doesn't have the Force.
Maybe he does.
He doesn't.
Maybe we just didn't know about it. Maybe he had all these midichlorians, but he never practiced the Force.
He didn't, though.
But you haven't been told otherwise.
Well...
Don't be upsetty. Han has the Force. Han's Force sensitive. That's what we've established now. I mean, you can't truly deny it. There's nothing to say that. There's nothing to really say that he's not, and he's not the kind of guy that would practice any of that stuff. And at the end of the day, he's dead, so you can't rule it out that he maybe had the Force.
Leia isn't the kind of person that would practice the stuff, and still, when she needed it, it was there for her.
Yeah, but
that was in the Last Jedi, though. To be fair.
Yeah, in the Last Jedi, literally anything could happen. If Rian Johnson had directed The Force Awakens, when Han Solo died, he would have just suddenly gone full Superman, just flown up and be like, "To infinity and beyond."
Anyway.
Yeah, so good trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what are you still doing here then? Are you going to subscribe or what?